blessings, everyone. While I am honored to be here, I'm very sad to see you here. But it's amazing to see everybody come together on this issue. So it's a blessing. And I'll be brief, but thank you for asking me to keynote. This is an amazing thing. This is something that I've been working on for such a long time. And to be speaking in front of people who've been working on it as well, and so many people I know, in fact, have dealt with loss. It's just a blessing for me, so thank you so much. So of course, we'll continue our prayers for the Sandy Hook victims and victims nationwide. 5 years ago, we were stricken. 5 years ago, we felt the horror that's still raw. 5 years since we said never again. And we didn't really keep that promise. I'm actually kind of cynical. And I thought, well, maybe it was the fact that there are little black brown boys dying that nobody cares. And I thought, when Sandy had happened, these are little white children, something is going to happen now. 5 years ago, I found out I was wrong. Since Sandy Hook, there have been over 1,500 mass shootings, killings, about 1,800 people, and wounding over 6,000. As was mentioned, total over 150,000 gun deaths in the last 5 years. 17 children have been killed in the last month. Not teens, children. There was a mass shooting yesterday in Ohio when 4 people were injured. Not to be confused with the shooting that injured 4 one day earlier in Kentucky, or on the same day in Texas. This problem is uniquely American. The U.S. has 29.7 firearm homicides per 1 million people in 2012, while Switzerland had 7.7, Canada had 5.1, and Germany had 1.9. We have a demonic obsession with guns. This country has a demonic obsession with guns. The U.S. makes up about 4% of the global population, but possesses 42% of all the world's civilian-owned guns. I said the U.S. population is about 4%, but possess 42% of the world's civilian-owned guns. Yet people begin to still tell us there is no correlation between guns that were made only to injure and kill people, the amount of guns we have, and the amount of deaths by guns that leave the world. Congress, unfortunately, has been unwilling to act because of that demonic obsession headed by the NRA. They couldn't even get the bump stops passed after 500 people were shot. 500 people were shot, 60 killed. That is a war zone. That is like, if you wrote that in a movie, nobody would believe that that is possible. I'm sorry, I said Congress has been unable to act or unwilling. They actually can act, and do act. As mentioned just recently, one House passed a concealed carry reciprocity bill, a bill making it easier for those with mental illnesses and other issues in criminal history to take guns from one state to another. So they can act as long as they make it more dangerous. I always want to make sure that we separate out the supply problem and the demand problem. There's two different issues. The supply is the guns that are coming into our cities and our streets, where the federal government and the state have to act, and have failed to do so time and time again. The demand is the penchant for violence that permeates our streets, oftentimes for very historical reasons, that is for another speech. What we've done well in this city, thanks to the crisis management system in particular. I'm not going to shout out everybody, but I got to shout out Flatbush Junior, because that's what that's where I'm from. But thanks to the work they're doing, we've done a lot of good work when it comes to that. New York City is safer now when it comes to gun violence and murders than we've ever been since they've been reporting these kind of numbers. We said many years ago, you don't have to stop more young black men that live in the city of New York as they were doing to keep safe. We can address gun violence another way. We've shown that it's true. And instead of listening to New York City, these fools are following the orange madness and trying to make it even worse. That is a lot of negative news. But there's good news. We are doing the God you believe in, we are doing their work. The God I believe in, the God you believe in, he or she, we are doing their work. That is the good news. The good news, we are on the moral right of history. The good news, we are going to win this fight on gun violence because we are morally correct and they are factually wrong. The good news, we know we're going to win because Dr. King said, no lie lives forever, and all that they're telling us about gun violence are lies. We know we're going to win because Dr. King said the moral arc of the universe is long but it bends toward justice. And whether it is black women in Alabama or a multicultural group of people in this church, we are just in an arc that is moving toward justice. We are going to win because they thought they would kill our loved ones, but they turned us into symbols that will feed us and give us energy to make sure we fight back on this demonic obsession with guns. We will win this fight on gun violence. Whether it was a young black child in Chicago or a young white woman in Aurora, Colorado, they will not silence us. Our righteousness will rise above the demonic obsession that we have. We will win this fight on gun violence. I assure you. So keep your back straight, keep your head up, and keep walking on the path that righteousness is telling you, and we will win this fight. Please grab the hand of somebody you are holding. Grab the hand of somebody you are holding, and close your eyes, and repeat after me. Tell them I can